After the last time, you will not do any interviews with anybody anymore. Have you been told not to say things?
I just don't learn my lesson. He was actually good-looking Khan, to be honest.
And soon we have a very interesting filmmaker in that I want to expose him, but
the longest filmmaker.
So it's running on some lot of fuel right now. It's still not landed.
We were about to start the interview. Maria said, Arshad, just control your humor. And please tell Arbaaz also, both of you, control your humor.
I don't know why I feel I ask you a serious question and
No,
you're
you should
laugh.
ask me a serious question. I'm a very serious guy. Arbaaz, apart from the fact that I know him well, apart from the fact
And
that...
he looks like a foreigner.
Yeah, correct. Very practical man. It all depends on how much tickets you can sell.
It was about my brother, and there was some voice put to his conversation, and it was, I mean to say, it's disturbing.
What is your relationship with Paps? Because Arshad Warsi, are you
No,
a Pap favorite?
I do not have Paps. I do not have PR department also.
Really?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I have talent.
Just to fill me, just to fill me.
Welcome to Just to Fill Me, where we celebrate the movies. Aaj ke daur mein, when I see a poster of a film or an announcement and it says two words, that really scares everybody. And it says, in cinemas. 25th of October, that's when we can watch Banda Singh Chaudhary in cinemas. And I'm sitting with the actor and the producer. Thank you so much for being on my show and giving me your time.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure being here.
This is a vibe, I hope you know. Not your actor, star, वो सब हैं, लेकिन vibe है Arshad Warsi, vibe है. Yeah?
Not bad. Yeah, good. होना चाहिए, vibe होनी चाहिए.
I see you doing
Swag,
interviews.
vibe,
You do.
ये
I
सब
thought
होना
after the last time, you will not do any interviews with anybody anymore. How are you doing? Have you been told
I just
not
don't
to say
learn
things?
my lesson.
Arbaaz, I remember that the two of you come from a time that I was growing up when I was watching the movies.
Right.
And to me, this combination was very exciting.
Yeah.
Was there a friendship in place, right from the time that you all did perhaps a Hulchul or before that?
Much before.
Oh, yeah.
Please tell me, when did you first know?
We've known each other prior to our career starting, actually.
Really?
Yeah. So, we had some common friends, and he was a
Banda
choreographer
boys.
that time. He was one of the topmost dancers, around. And I was doing nothing at that time. but we knew each other.
He was modeling, right? Yeah.
We knew each other, and we had some.
He was actually good-looking Khan, to be honest. He was like, the guy looks like a
And
foreigner.
then there was an opportunity after our careers both started pretty much same year, I think. We both were in the same year. Tere Mere Sapne and then Darar. And then post that, we both got teamed up on a film that somehow took off but didn't land.
It's it's orbiting right now.
So
But
right
we had
now,
a great
it's the
time
longest
doing it.
flight. And soon we have a very interesting filmmaker in that I want to expose him, but
The
for
longest filmmaker.
So it's running on some lot of fuel right now. It's still not landed.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
what was that like?
that's a
What
film
was
called
Hulchul like?
Jeetenge
Hulchul
Hum.
was-
Then-
Oh my God.
No.
Oh my God, Jeetenge Hum. I know this because
Yeah.
I remember the announcement. But
Yeah.
what happened to
Announcement we
it?
shot also.
We don't know what happened to
Still
it, but
flying.
yeah.
It's
So
still
then
waiting for the theatre to land in.
Oh my God.
Post that, of course, we did Hulchul together.
Yeah.
And then we've been like
Yeah,
friends.
known each other here,
known
there,
for
so
a
all
long
the
time.
time.
We've got a lot of common friends also.
As I said, the day we were about to start the interview, Maria said, Arshad, just control your humor. And please tell Arbaaz also, both of you, control your humor. Because you don't know who you might upset.
Yeah.
Of course. I know it. And it's the two of you, right? This is so deadly. And what I said in the beginning of the interview, कि आजकल in the cinemas,
Yeah.
it's so crazy that we require a certain level of guts to do this. Do you look at it that way, Arbaaz, as a producer?
I guess it must be always the case, Every time a film hits the theatres, there's this little fear because you have such a short window for a film to, garner any kind of support. Because if it does not sustain the first 3, maybe 4 days, no matter how good the film is, you're compelled to probably bring it down because there's another film close on the heels coming, or maybe it's not getting, because that's a very small window for it to get accepted. So maybe on OTT a film can you may not see it in the coming first week that it's released, or later see it and at your time and appreciate it. Like today we're watching shows that have been made like years back, and appreciating them.
Correct.
But that luxury is not there in theaters for a film to say. So that's why
It's
the little
scary.
fear.
Yeah.
But
Very
it has
scary.
to start well. It has to take off well. So those things are there with
And
everybody.
be liked, there's no chance, there's no time. Might like it later. Like, for example, for Sholay, released today's time, probably would have not done well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because earlier, at least you had that time, and it takes time for people to get into that feeling and understand, oh my God, it's a nice film. It takes time. That time is not there.
Particularly right now, I mean to say, people have started, trying to be very sure, very judicious about their time and their money. Like pehle, like I said, Hamisha, I say, maybe a decade back or some more than that, films was the only source of entertainment. There was no OTT, there was no stand-up comedy happening, there were no cafes around, there was no place to, and for entertainment. So लोग जाते थे. तो कभी-कभी कुछ ordinary फिल्में भी जो होती थी वो चल जाती थी क्योंकि लोगों के पास कुछ और है नहीं करने के लिए. आज फिल्म का मेरिट अच्छा होना और लोगों के word of mouth पे जाना बहुत जरूरी हो गया है. So you could have one super duper hit film coming and close on the heels, of the same actor or the same director or filmmaker, and it may not do well because today, they want to see a combination of a star with a good content. They just don't want to see a star.
And somehow, I don't know what it is, but the audience seems to be getting it right all the time.
You think the audience is getting it right?
Yes, always.
Invariably.
Yeah.
The films they don't see somehow just doesn't do well. The films they see somehow seems to do well. And it's not the other way around. It's literally they see a trailer and make up their mind, okay, this seems to be like a nice film.
Bilkul. What also interested me about speaking to the two of you is that when you spend a certain time in an industry, I think you realize that you gravitate towards some people is because maybe you share a certain sense of values. Arshad, what are the values? I don't know why I feel I ask you a serious question and you're going to
You should
laugh.
ask me a serious question. I'm a very serious guy. Arbaaz, apart from the fact that I know him well, apart from the fact
And
that...
he looks like a foreigner.
Yeah, correct. And all that, he's a very sound guy. He's very sorted. He's one of the most sorted person I've ever met. He's clear about what he wants. He knows his job. He understands cinema. He understands production, filmmaking, and the varied aspects of the whole work. From being acting, writing, directing, DOP. I have seen him actually, and it's a fact, on set, he has gone like this and he said, okay, kitna, 5 to kitna light. He can do that. He actually looks and said, okay, that's the...
Yeah.
So I'm talking about the knowledge of the job that he's chosen to take is perfect. So why I would advise most actors to do a film with someone like that who knows his job. So it makes your life, it's like working with a director who knows how to direct. It just makes your life so much easier. So I was very happy when So with Banda Singh, I knew it was a good film. When I heard the script, I knew it was a good film. When I did the film and I saw the rushes, I felt it was a great film. But that is my belief. I don't know. I didn't have any other credible person feeling the same way that I'm feeling.
Correct.
Then comes an Arbaaz. And I'm like, bang. I said I was right.
Fantastic.
So I know because he will not put his hand or his nose or toe in anything that is not of standard. I know that.
Where does this sense come from? Does it come from the fact that you've
I think I'm
grown
more
up
of a
around the
gut
movies?
person and that I've done that previously all my life. You see, my first film, I worked with a director, Abhinav Kashyap. I had never seen any of his work.
Yeah.
But I just had the belief that the story and the characters, he had a great sense and we could go ahead and do it. Then I worked with Abhishek Dogra. I had never seen any of his work. Then I worked with another director that had never seen any of his work. That was Arbaaz Khan in Dabangg 2. And then after that, I worked in Patna Shukla with Vivek Budhakat. He had not seen his work too. So I take these, why I don't know, but I take these things,
Inherently, he's a gambler.
Actually, speculator, gambler, whatever you call it. I take these punts, I take these, I would say, calculated risk. I take these calculated, and that's what life is all about. There is a risk element in everything. There's a risk-reward scenario. If there's no risk, there's no reward.
Absolutely.
So you take that risk because you feel that there is some kind of a reward coming. And that could sometimes come from a personal satisfaction of what you backed also. It's not monetary all the time. It translates into monetary benefit when you kind of back your instincts. But that's the first thing you need. First get excited about what you're doing. If you're going to think about the end result, first think where you are right now and whether you're excited about it.
All the bright, knowledgeable people of the industry who have seen the film have loved it so far.
That's so lovely.
So good.
That's so lovely.
Yeah.
Arshad, I'm fascinated by the phenomenon that Arshad Warsi is.
Thank you
It's
so much.
amazing. We've loved you since you said Aankh Mare. and you dance for us, you know, near Gateway of India with
Yeah,
Kali
fun.
Police. And there you and who you're dancing with is also still acting in the movies, and that's Simran. That's
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely
Lovely
insane.
girl, lovely girl.
Here you are playing a role which is, I don't know how to say this because it's horrible to say this. I would never say this to a
It's
woman.
not something that you see me doing regular, normally.
But I'm happy, I'm celebrating
Yeah.
because I feel like kahin na kahin, you've never been caught up with being the hero.
There are so many things I haven't done. Yeah, of course, I've not done that. But that only depends. I'm a very practical man. It all depends on how much tickets you can sell. And that makes you a hero. If you can sell the theatre and you can generate all that income, well, then somebody is willing to put money on you. It's all about business. But honestly speaking, no, I wouldn't say grapes are sour, but I'm fine. I'm really fine. I'm well respected as an actor, and I'm happy
Yes.
with that.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that. I live a good life. I'm respected as an actor. I think that's worthy and happier than being somebody that everybody says, "Okay, he doesn't deserve to be a hero." But he's there. You know? See, so yeah, it's fine. It's fine. And that doesn't bother me one bit. This man doesn't. He refuses to take crap from anybody. And he says, "No, I will fight. Even if I'm not a fighter, but I will fight. I will fight for my right." And that's a beautiful thing. And that's what we should all believe in. That's what this film actually teaches.
And that's
you.
why those people are celebrated now, because they are the ones who kind of they
Stood
go
out from
against
crowd, yeah.
Absolutely.
the things that are
Yeah.
which are common people would probably probably accept for that matter. That's why a man becomes extraordinary or a situation becomes extraordinary. So in this case, he represents pretty much, like generally one would say the people who generally fight have got to have a certain kind of whatever it is that maybe it could be a kind of
I'm a
a
trained
background or
fighter.
a background.
I'm a warrior.
Yeah,
I'm
a
a
background
this.
like
No, you don't
like,
have to be that.
you
You have to be. You just have to have courage to do the right
That's
thing.
That's so true
Yeah,
because
so
some
yeah,
of
it's
the
a fact.
most courageous
I keep
people
saying,
we've
yeah.
seen.
You don't have to be only from
Like I
an
said, Gandhiji didn't have a body, or he was not a. He was courageous. He was just a
that's
courageous
right.
man
True.
who stood up for his right and he fought for the country. That's
True.
what.
I remember the
what it
trailer
is all
launch
about.
when you said that he was so dedicated. He actually put on weight for it.
Yeah.
And then I thought to myself, I said, if I had to put on weight for anything, I would do it. Because it would just mean I would
No,
have
no,
to
but
eat.
you know what happens? I'll tell you what happens. So I've done this stupidity a couple of times. To be the fact. And the last time I did it was for a film called Guddu Rangila with Subhash. He wanted me to put on some weight because he was playing a character who was given up on life and he was an alcoholic and he drinks and a lot of things have happened in his past and he just there for it, blah, blah. Anyway, took me a bit of a hard work and a lot of tough time to lose that, okay? This time again, I did it for 2 films required me to be overweight. One was Ghamasa that I'm doing and one was this. Both the films. Now I said, एक साथ 2 फिल्में उड़ जाएंगी. तुम बोले एक करते उसके बाद I will work hard. And I did it. After that, I have done 2 more films looking the same way because I'm just not able to lose the weight. Because when you're young, it happens. Yeah, you can go about do it. As the age, it gets more and more difficult. And now it's so difficult that I've decided this is the last time. I'm losing weight. I'm never putting on weight for anybody.
Correct.
And Agla,
Yeah,
Akshay
enough.
Kumar. Akshay Kumar, he said, go take another actor.
मैं नहीं बन रहा मोटा.
तुमको ज्यादा वजन वाला चाहिए, किसी और को पकड़ो.
Yeah, because it tells on your health also after a certain age. If you
100%.
yo with
difficult, yeah.
your body weight, it tells on you, and that's when then you say let acting come into
Yeah.
play.
But I'm like,
सर बिल्कुल क्या बात है बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
It's okay, let acting come into
struggling.
play.
I'm struggling now.
You know what fascinates me is the fact that the two of you began around the same time, and it's a game of relevance. Okay, and both of you have stayed relevant for so long. You don't even host one talk show, yeah? Stop it. What will I do? But the point is that there is something that keeps us apart from the rest, which is this sort of willingness to go out there and keep doing something that is, from driving you from inside. But at the same time, the scenes keep changing around you. Like, oh my God, like I just feel like, were you prepared for what we live in the times of constant surveillance today? Like everything you say on the internet is always alive. Everything you do that's on camera is always alive. How do you deal with that?
Not just that, I'm I was just a little, I would say, technology has gone to such an extent is that they can, put a dub your voice and
Everything.
and the normal
Face.
person
Yeah.
who's seeing
Everything.
it is seeing a particular actor
they believe it.
and he is probably talking rubbish. because somebody's dubbed his voice and that is circulating, and it could infuriate a lot of people. And for a second, if somebody doesn't understand, it could make him believe that this is happening. So these are all the scary parts of technology.
This happened to Rashmika Mandana. She had her. She's.
It happened to Ranveer.
I just saw something recently on my Instagram, and it was about my brother, and there was some voice put to his conversation, and it was, I mean, to say it's disturbing.
It's very disturbing.
It's very disturbing.
And by the time people understand that it's not true, a lot of damage has already been done.
It's already been done.
So these are the bad.
Also, bad news travels way faster.
Of course.
The good news or the clarification never
There's
reaches
a lot
anybody.
of manipulation in those. Even if those interviews were to be interpreted, or any kind of that footage is to be done in the right sense, it would still probably chalo theek hai, wo hua hai. But when they kind of doctor it and they put these things and sometimes a caption which has got nothing to do with it. Like I just saw on one of a very popular website Instagram handle that a video is there and a caption is given which has got no relation to that particular incident.
And the other side is, I really want to ask both of you, what is your relationship with PAPs? Because Arshad Warsi, are you a PAP favorite?
I do not have PAPs. I do not have PR department also.
Really?
No, you don't.
Okay.
I have talent.
This is bigger than your last statement. Now you've got many more people to deal with.
Mike hota to drop kar dete dosto. Oh my God. You are a PAP
I think
favorite, my God.
you got to take him in. That's the thing. People there are times when him not to take him seriously. You take it in a pinch of salt and have fun.
See,
you can't get very personal about a lot of things.
Lost sense of humor.
There's a
lost sense of humor.
It's okay. It's like, I was initially, I mean to say, PAP culture has not come today. It's like it's been around for a while now. I used to be a little, skeptical or a little hesitant being around them. Like I used to feel that there's a certain amount of my privacy. I'm coming out of a restaurant and they're there, or coming out of an airport. You probably come after a long flight. You're just you're looking very shabby or whatever. But it didn't matter to anybody because they're covering you, right? So initially I would feel that. I learned from my son, because when I saw him being welcoming to the PAPs, I'm like, this boy's already understood the game.
No, it's the right thing.
He's understood the game. He's not running away, not shying away. He's befriended them. So, they kind of like him, and, for whatever reason, because he knows that I cannot escape this.
Correct.
मैं कोशिश भी करूंगा ना, तो जितना मैं ज्यादा करूंगा उतना वो मेरे पीछे पड़ेगा. तो उनको थोड़ा सा welcome करो. And I think all the other kids also doing it. I saw Ibrahim doing it, So they've all understood that now this is part of the territory that is going to happen.
That is there.
And honestly, that I started learning from him, and I have started being welcoming and embracing them and all that stuff. I say, ये तो होना है, वो building में enter करेंगे, ले लेंगे. In fact, somebody else asked me also, oh, do you kind of do it as a whatever? I said, no. They sometimes, if they want to feature you for whatever reason, they're doing it.
Correct.
You can't do anything
but
about
there's
it.
a lot of interest in your personal life.
That's exactly.
How does Shura deal with it? I'm very
Initially,
curious.
she was a little, to say, because she didn't come from that exposure kind of a scenario. But I when she used to walk, she used to run ahead. I'm like, listen, you're my girlfriend. Come here, stand next to me. I said, otherwise they'll think that I'm like,
chasing you.
Yeah. And then after marriage also, she used to at some stage walk away. I said, now you're married to me. Come here, Baba. Stand here. I said, it's okay. And they like, zabardasti shaadi ki tere se.
Oh my God.
So relax kar tu.
Yeah. What is it that the two of you really truly wish for each other? Because I truly feel that.
Are you talking about us? We wish success for each other, and this film he deserves it. I'll tell you why he deserves it, because he's like I said, wherever we go in the interviews, they're always talking about his being a celebrated actor who's in very good comic timing and being accepted there. But when people genuinely watch this film and they see the kind of how he's performed this role and how he's got into this role, I honestly feel there couldn't have been anybody better interpreting this role. And genuinely, that's also a reason why I could, say, wow, this is amazing. And as a fellow actor, I'm proud. He's my colleague. I'm proud. I'm happy. I'm like, I look at him as a friend and as a colleague and say, great job. This is inspirational. This is very good. And his punt that he's taken on this, I know people like me in that role, but I want to do this and I know I'll do justice to it. And he's done that. And once people see it, which you said today, it's a little challenging for people to come to the theatres. But once they do come to the theatres, They're going to send
Like,
people
they
back
love it.
to see कि भाई जाके देखो. And this is a word of mouth film. We all know that. This is not a film that it's a word of mouth film because of the topic that it is, because of what all the reasons that are there. So this is something that we are expecting it to grow after it comes on.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I love that. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah.
Arshad, what do you wish for Arbaaz?
Oh my God! I mean, all
Comfort
the
with Paps is one.
yeah.
I wish that for him. No, I'm okay. I've made peace with that.
Why मेरा paparazzi के सामने आ जाए?
I'm all right, actually. I don't have issues with that. I'm fine with everybody. They come, take pictures, I'm all good. I think with Arbaaz, I would like to see more of. I wish people sign him up more for movies. I want to see more of Arbaaz on screen.
Oh my God.
Because as a person, as a producer, as all that job, whether he's going to do it anyway. Advising people, helping people, doing movies, producing, he's going to do it anyway, whether movie or not movie. But as an actor, I want to see him on screen because he has a personality that is very on-screen personality. It's a very, very on-screen personality.
I see that one,
It was
sometimes.
so wrong, but I was actually like very attracted to your character in Darar.
Okay.
And then I had to get myself checked. कि मैंने कहा ओहो
the bad boy.
डैडी इश्यूज हैं दीदी को सॉर्ट करके आ जाइए आप.
I want that.
Guys, don't forget Banda Singh Chaudhary in cinemas on the 25th of October. See you next time.
Hi, this is Arbaaz Khan and I'm on Just Too Filmy.
Hi, this is Arshad Warsi and I am on Just Too Filmy and I am also Too Filmy and I love listening to and watching Too Filmy.
Just to feel